Okay, we're reading the book. The book, see? The book. It's the book. The book. The book. And this is Genesis 3. Okay, there's the heading. The man and woman sin. This is chapter 3 in Genesis. Now, the serpent was the shrewdest of all the creatures the Lord God had made. Really? And then he asked the woman, did God really say you must not eat any of the fruit in the garden? So that's the serpent, okay. See, it didn't explain that there would be it hasn't explained that God made the serpent. It doesn't explain that. Kind of hides that, it looks like. I guess for now, I don't know. Maybe it'll say it later. But it doesn't say that God made the serpent. Okay. Now the serpent was the shrewdest of all creatures the Lord God had made. See, right there, it just said it. Okay. And then, really? He asked the woman, did God really say you must not eat any of the fruit in the garden? Of course we may eat it. The woman told him, it's only the fruit from the tree at the center of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. God says we must not eat it or even touch it, or we will die. You won't die, the serpent hissed. God knows that your eyes will be open when you eat it. You will become just like God, knowing everything, both good and evil. The woman was convinced. The fruit looked so fresh and delicious, and it would make her so wise. So she ate some of the fruit. She also gave some to her husband who was with her. Okay, see? So that's saying that Adam was with Eve when Eve first ate of the fruit that she shouldn't have ate from. And okay, so then he ate it too. At that moment, their eyes were open, and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. So they strung fig leaves. So they strung fig leaves together around their hips to cover themselves. Towards evening, they heard the Lord God walking about in the garden. So they hid themselves among the trees. The Lord God called to Adam, where are you? He replied, I heard you. So I hid. I was afraid because I was naked. Who told you that you were naked? The Lord God asked, have you eaten the fruit I commanded you not to eat? Yes, Adam admitted. But it was the woman you gave me who brought me the fruit, and I ate it. See, that's a lie right there. Because it said right up here that they were together. Adam and Eve were together at the time she ate it at first. So that right there is a lie. Because Adam says yes, Adam admitted. Yes, Adam admitted, but it was the woman you gave me who brought me the fruit, and I ate it. See, they were together, though. That's the problem right there. They were together. He was lying. Then the Lord God asked the woman, "How could you do such a thing?" The serpent tricked me, she replied. That's why I ate it. So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you will be punished. You are singled out from all the domestic and wild animals of the whole earth to be cursed. You will grovel in the dust as long as you live, crawling along on your belly. From now on, you and the woman will be enemies, and your offspring and her offspring will be enemies. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." Then he said to the woman, "You will bear children with intense pain and suffering, and though your desire will be for your husband, he will be your master." Okay, so we're still on Genesis 3, but that's Genesis 4, which is here. So we're still on Genesis 3. And to Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate the fruit I told you not to eat, I have placed a curse on the ground. All your life you will struggle to scratch a living from it. It will grow thorns and thistles for you. Though you will eat of its grain, all your life you will sweat to produce food until your dying day. Then you will return to the ground from which you came, for you were made from dust, and to the dust you will return." Then Adam named his wife Eve. Because she would be the mother of all people everywhere, and the Lord God made clothing from animal skin for Adam and his wife. See, it says, "And the Lord made clothing from animal skins." See, so the Lord God, or whoever you want to say it is, has to have something to make something. Okay, clothing from animal skins for Adam and his wife. Then the Lord God said, "The people have become as we are." Then the Lord God said, "The people have become as we are, knowing everything, both good and evil. What if they ate the fruit of the tree of life?" Okay, so that's the question. What if they ate the fruit of the tree of life? Then they will live forever. So the Lord God banished Adam and his wife from the Garden of Eden, and he sent Adam out to cultivate the ground from which he had been made. Oh, okay. And he sent Adam out to cultivate the ground from which he had been made. After banishing them from the garden, the Lord God stationed mighty angelic beings. Okay, after banishing them from the garden, the Lord God stationed mighty angelic beings to the east of Eden, and a flaming sword flashed back and forth, guarding the way to the tree of life. He don't want them to eat that from the tree of life. Oh man, if you don't want them to eat from the tree of life. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, Cain and Abel and Seth. This is chapter 4. Cain, Abel, and Seth. This is Genesis 4. This is Genesis chapter 4. And that's Cain, Abel, and Seth. Now Adam slept with his wife, Eve, and she became pregnant. When the time came, she gave birth to Cain, and she said, "With the Lord's help, I have brought forth a man." Later she gave birth to a second son and named him Abel. When they grew up, Abel became a shepherd. Abel became a shepherd while Cain was a farmer. At harvest time, Cain brought to the Lord a gift of his farm produce, while Abel brought several choice lambs from the best of his flock. The Lord accepted Abel and his offering, but he did not accept Cain and his offering. This made Cain very angry and dejected. "Why are you so angry?" the Lord asked him. "Why do you look so dejected?" I guess dejected is kind of mad or something. You will be accepted if you respond in the right way. But if you refuse to respond correctly, then watch out. Sin is waiting to attack and destroy you, and you must subdue it. Later Cain suggested to his brother Abel, "Let's go out into the fields," and while they were there, Cain attacked and killed his brother. Afterward, the Lord asked Cain, "Where is your brother? Where is Abel?" "I don't know," Cain retorted. I guess he just told him that. And am I supposed to keep track of him wherever he goes? But the Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. You are hereby banished from the ground you have defiled with your brother's blood. He's banished from the ground that he defiled with his brother's blood because he killed him. No longer will it yield abundant crops for you. No matter how hard you work, from now on you will be a homeless fugitive on the earth, consistently wandering from place to place. Cain replied to the Lord, "My punishment is too great for me to bear. You have banished me from my land and from your presence. From your presence. You have made me a wandering fugitive. All who see me will try to kill me." So he's worried about everybody trying to kill him. The Lord replied, "They will not kill you, for I will give 7 times your punishment to anyone who does." Then the Lord put a mark on Cain to warn anyone who might try to kill him. So Cain left the Lord's presence, and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Then Cain's wife became pregnant and gave birth to a son, and they named him Enoch. When Cain founded a city, he named Enoch after his son. Enoch was the father of Irad. Irad was the father of Mahaziel. Mahaziel was father of that, and then was the father of Lamech married 2 women, Addo and Zedel, and Addo gave birth to a baby named Jabal. He became the first of the herdsmen who lived in tents. His brother's name was Jadon, the first musician with an instrument. The inventor of the harp and flute. To Lamech's other wife, Zillah, was born tribal Cain. He was the first to work with metal, forging instruments of bronze and iron. Tubal Cain had a sister named Naamah. One day Lamech said to Addo and Zillah, "Listen to me, my wives. I have killed a youth who attacked and wounded me. If anyone who kills Cain is to be punished 7 times, anyone who takes revenge against me will be punished 77 times." Adam slept with his wife again, and she gave birth to another son. She named him Seth, for she said, "God has granted me another son in place of Abel, the one Cain killed." When Seth grew up, he had a son and named him Enosh. It was during his lifetime that people first began to worship the Lord. Okay, so the next one will be from Adam to Noah. That's chapter 5 in Genesis chapter 5. And it'll be from Adam to Noah, chapter 5. So that's the next time, or the next video I'll have.